Welcome to Sage-Based Wisdom. I'm Brian Bahe.
And I'm Jana Schmieding.
And we are podcasting to you from the sacred homelands of golf world.
Today, we'll be giving you, our listeners, some advice cultivated indigenously from our backgrounds in staying in cigarette smoke smelling Airbnbs.
And slime.
Oh.
We have a special guest. You've seen him on Comedy Central.
So much stand-up, live and recorded.
Live recorded. Make some noise for our guest, River Butcher.
Wee, wee, wee.
What's up, you guys?
Hey, River.
Hey,
River, we
what's
are
up?
like digital friends, but
Yeah.
this is our first virtual face-to-face hang.
Virtual work together
I hate
hang.
that for me. I
know. I hate that for me, too.
Yeah. I feel like it sucks. Like, what have we been doing this whole time?
What have I was just playing baseball.
Oh. Something I like about you, River, is your weightlifting videos.
Great. Well, I guess I got to put more of that out there because I haven't posted that many. And that's mostly what I've been doing is like,
Yeah, what the fuck?
I know. I'm just
Wait, I don't know.
Yeah.
I guess I haven't seen these. Are you like doing full tripod at the gym?
I did, and then I started working out by myself and at the gym, and it's like a queer gym, and nobody does that. And so I'm like, is everybody? Because here's what's wild, right? I go to
Wait,
a
what's
queer
the gym? Can we ask?
I'm not gonna say just because.
Okay.
That's
I'll tell
important.
you off book or whatever.
Copy.
I'm just like I don't. What's wild is I go to that gym and I forget that I look like this. And then I'm like, hey, and I talk to people and I'm like, get away from me, you straight white cisgender dude. So I feel like if I also had a tripod and was taping myself, they'd be like, get out of here. Just leave.
That's so funny.
You're not allowed here.
To
Oh
get
my
banned
God.
from a gym.
I'm just banned from just banning trans men from gyms because they passed.
What a
There-
great problem to have.
Sometimes I'll go to my gym or John and I's gym. We go to the same gym. We just found out there's people doing full, like leading a workout, like an online workout class from the gym. And it's like so crazy. And she's just like, yeah, keep going. 10 more reps. Like, and I'm
But
like,
they don't
this
work
is
at the gym.
wild.
They're just
They don't work at, they're just kind
posted
of
up.
there.
Wow.
But
Posted up.
they're recording their like fitness influencers that are like doing
Yeah.
their fit influencing at the gym. That's
It's
that's a
wild.
hack.
Yeah, I mean it's a good place to do it.
I guess it's not bad. It's just like, I'm just like, who are these people that are like watching and like following along? That's what I am most curious about.
Oh, like wow. Okay, it took me a second to understand. So they're instructing online participants from a public gym.
Correct.
Wow.
Right. Which seems like it should be illegal in in capitalism,
Right.
but also
I'm
might be one of the
sure-
most anti-capitalist moves to make. I guess.
Absolutely.
Yeah, and I'm pretty sure I'm close enough to them that I'm in the back. I'm in the shop. Like whatever it is they're doing, I'm in.
It's like if this was the 80s, it would be like if you wandered into a Suzanne Summers, Bymaster
Exactly.
video, and you're like, wait, I'm just doing.
But just like weirdly, like
Exactly.
Yeah.
Could I work in on that real quick, Suzanne?
Wait, Bri, are you taking videos of yourself at the gym?
I've thought about it, but I don't think I can.
What do you mean you can?
I don't know if I can. I just don't know.
If you're allowed?
No.
I just don't know if I have it in me
Right.
Oh.
to do it.
Do you have a tripod?
I do have a tripod. I can't even. Sometimes I have difficulty bringing out my camera, my tripod, to just like tape my stand up, which feels like, I think that's the first step. I think once I get comfortable doing that, then maybe I can record myself at the gym.
Yeah.
I
But then I'm also
wouldn't
like, what
mind,
am I going
Brian.
to do with that footage? Just is it supposed to be like you watch
Post
it for playback?
it to the internet. Yes, we
Yeah,
want
you
to
gotta
see
post
it.
Thirst traps.
It's thirst, baby.
This is
and
crazy.
your girl is drinking it up.
There's a drought. Come on.
Yes. We're in the state of fascism. We need more people just pumping iron, just
right.
looking
Pumping iron.
sweaty and hot at the gym. Come on.
Okay.
This is
all right.
Wait,
I'll do it.
Can I ask a personal question, Brian?
Oh my god, yeah.
Just curious. What is the state of your abs?
I mean, none really. I don't really have any.
But you're very slim. So are we, is it
You would
like...
think. I think the key to abs. River, feel free to chime in. You might know more
Oh,
about
abs.
this than
I thought
do.
you said apps, and I was like, are we talking mozzarella sticks? Are we talking dating profiles? What are we talking
Yeah,
about? It's abs.
no.
Okay, yes. Okay,
You
yes.
really. The key to abs is you really need about almost like 12% or less of body fat.
Yeah.
For them to kind of like be coming through. And I'm pretty sure I'm a little bit above that. I do feel like I tried to like start. This is so boring. I tried to start like bulking like maybe a year ago.
Yeah.
Oh, I can
And then
tell.
I never really stopped. I never did the cutting part because you're supposed to bulk
I
and
see
cut.
it. I see it here.
But I never did the cut. So I'm just like on this like, yeah. So maybe cutting's hard.
But-
Do you do that?
It's
You know,
hard.
here's what I want to say, Brian, is that I think that native people have a hard time with abs. I think that native people like, and maybe it does have to do with the content. Like, unless you're like Thosh Collins, who's like I think he's Thana Otham also, but like
He's the guy that's in like Phoenix or Scottsdale or something.
He's outside. He's out on the res, like, but he's like fucking like pushing boulders up and down mountains and shit. Like he's so fucking ripped.
Yeah.
And his whole thing is like, you know, like wellness, and it's pretty cool. But like, he's the only native man I swear to God I've ever seen with abs.
That is true. But also that other guy. There's that other guy who's like a very popular actor, I feel like.
Who?
I don't know
Martin?
his name. Yes.
Martin Sensmeyer. Yeah, he also is pretty much like in the gym 24/7 and probably following the rules, like making a lifestyle out of it.
Abs are hard.
Anyway, that's neither here nor there.
Yeah, like Brian was, abs
Yeah.
are hard. It really is like that stupid thing that's abs are built in the kitchen. It just like truly is like you can work out so much, and if it's not even like you have to stop eating or what, it's like you have to stop eating certain things, and that's hard. It's really hard to stop eating. Certain
And
things.
you'll never find me with a single fucking ab on my body. You'll never,
It would be fun if you just had
never
one.
have. I was
If you just had one, you know what
Just
I mean?
one.
Like you're eating a corn cob, and then there's always those couple on the end, you know. So there's just like one little ab. Like you caught me with one.
There's like one time I saw like went to like a like gay beach situation, and there was somebody who like had airbrushed abs on, and I like that's such a move. Like I would I'm like, wait,
not at the
do
beach.
that?
Like,
Literally at the beach, and it was so funny because it's like, yeah, like we can tell, but he was committing,
Yeah.
and I'm like, I respect that.
Don't go near the water, dude.
yeah, do not go swimming. Do not go swimming.
there.
Don't even get sweaty. I guess
That's
they have
wild.
setting spray for that kind of shit now. Anyway, River, are you ready to listen to what's going on in our algorithms these days?
I'm so down.
Anytime someone treats you like shit, remember, Just because I don't require much doesn't mean I deserve the bare minimum.
Let it play again, John.
Next time someone treats you like shit, remember, just because I don't require much doesn't mean I deserve the bare minimum. Okay, love you.
Okay.
Okay.
My algorithm is just riddled with young white women being like, let me give you the fucking hot scoop on life.
I love it. I couldn't see it, but I could hear it. And I could feel it. I could feel it.
It was a
which is,
22-year-old
hey,
in her car.
I require nothing, but I don't deserve the bare minimum.
Just because I don't require much doesn't mean I deserve the bare minimum. Does this resonate with either of you?
It does. I mean, it reminds me of like a fish tank.
Why?
think-
What?
Well, because, like it doesn't require much, but it's not the bare minimum. You got to feed those fish. You got to clean it every now and then.
Oh, yeah.
Get a little scuba guy.
Yes. You do have to clean a tank. And you know what? That's one reason why I'm like, I mean, I'll have 2 cats and pick up their shit day and night. But like, I don't know what, there's something about cleaning a fish tank that I'm like, I don't have it in me.
I don't have that. Water? Ugh.
Magnets. It's all of the stuff.
Magnets! What?
Magnets is the problem.
In high school, we had like a big fish tank in our library, and as a like work study student, I had to like clean the fish tank, and because it was so big, it was like you had to put one magnet in, and then like a cloth in between, and then another magnet on the outside, and you had to just like walk like back and forth and like clean that's how you clean the glass on the inside.
Oh.
And I was like, this is so dumb. These fish are stupid. Like, I don't care about them.
Brian, who famously wants a turtle as a pet because he doesn't want any, like, doesn't want a more sociable animal.
Yeah.
God, I did a show at somebody's house, and I had to go to the bathroom, but on the way to the bathroom, you passed by like a little turtle cage or whatever. Not cage, but aquarium.
Tank?
Tank. And I was like, fuck, they're crushing it.
Turtles smell. I've never smelled turtles. Stinky.
Can you just spray them down?
Yeah, but they're still a turtle.
A little
Like
bit
essential
of
oils? What are you spraying them with? Lysol?
some YSL.
Lalabo.
Yeah.
Lalabo if you're rich.
That's right. Yeah, $70 shampoo. Sure.
Bri, why did you pick this one from the group that I sent you?
I feel like there's just something about this type of like outlook that I think is we're seeing a lot of it, right? Just this type of personality, or like, I have the answers to everything. I deserve. I don't know. There's something about it that like annoyed me. Like I understand what she's saying. I think that makes sense, and I think we should all kind of like, have a little bit of self-respect and believe that. But I also think there's a part of it that's like, not everything is like live or die, Like if I'm like at Dunkin' Donuts, I'm like, I don't need you to treat me with respect. I actually would prefer if you deeply disrespected me, because I think your product would be, I would appreciate it.
So you want it to turn into like those restaurants in Chicago, I forget what it's called, where they just like stand on the tables and shit on you, basically.
Yeah, I feel like
Wiener Circle.
Yeah.
there is a little bit of like when like people, like customer service people or something, are like so nice that I am like, where are you bottling it up? And where's that outlet? Where's the release? What's the release for you? And it makes
That's
me
kind of you, Brian. So you want to be part of that person's.
Yeah. I think there's like something really fucking sick about service jobs, because it requires you to be nice like all day, and it's fucking hard.
It's terrible.
People are assholes at restaurants and shit.
They really are.
I was Yeah. I was a server for I think maybe 3 months at kind of like a pub situation. And I will say most people are very friendly to service workers. But every once in a while you get someone who's like a real piece of shit and you're just like, I could destroy you if I wanted to. Like I could literally ruin your life. So you gotta be careful. You gotta pick your battles wisely.
It's so weird to me when people are just shitty to servers. They're literally feeding you. You know,
I know.
Like they're literally bringing you food. You know, I've been waiting tables too. I'm not currently right now, but very recently waiting tables, and I was just like, I mean, it's wild. But Brian, like you said, most people are like overly kind, so that's not really the case. But then you get people who like don't even look at you when you're filling their water, and you're just like,
Do you ever?
God.
Do you guys ever? When you have bad service or experience bad service, do you ever take it out on their tip?
nope.
No.
Are you ever like,
Somebody has to
This
be
was bad.
like it has to be like a physical line for me,
Yeah.
or like
yeah,
it personally shitty. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
a bigot or something like
Yeah,
that.
so
Like, which is-
so offensive.
It
and mean.
just because like I truly like, especially I just was waiting tables. I'm just
Yeah.
like they're absolutely like this is their pay. Like
For
it's
sure.
truly your pay, and so that this is an agreement here, and I'm like, this person's having a terrible day, and like I always considered myself to be pretty generous, and I started waiting tables. I was like, well, I'm gonna be. It's just like, hey, you could like, you know, do kind of whatever almost, and I'm gonna be like, have a great day, man. Thanks so much. I have no idea what's going on for that in the restaurant, like. You know,
Yeah.
I'm just like,
Yeah.
whatever.
That's how-
I like literally will never do it. I won't.
sometimes
Totally.
I'll be like getting like what I feel like is like undeserved, like very poor service, and in my head I'm like, well, just wait till that check comes and we'll see who has the last laugh or whatever. And I always end up just like giving 20% because I'm always just like I'm like, well, I made it, like, you know,
yeah.
Totally did.
To me, I'm like,
I made it through
there's,
the
like,
meal.
Also,
I made it through the meal. No, nobody's hurt.
I do think that also because we like live in a place where the service industry is like abound, like we are all sort of like surviving, and it's such a part of our ecosystem in LA, the service industry, and it like I remember during the strike, like how we were all like COVID and the strike, we were all just like, we got to support our service people too, because like it's massive. It's a massive part of like the work that we do. But I think about when I'm visiting home or like a small town or something, and that's not the vibe. People are so much more like persnickety about their service, you know, and like people care so much more about like, well, how's the service here? And it's like, and like they were rude to me one time, and I'm never going back, you know. And it's like, man, what? Who cares? Who fucking cares? They're bringing you food.
I know, dude. You're not at your house. You don't have to wash dishes.
You
Like,
don't have to wash dishes.
You don't have to do a goddamn thing except pay for it. It's like so.
God.
It's
It's
just
wild.
weird, like control. Like, ooh, I hold the thing. You know, like I get to decide. I'm fucking Joaquin Phoenix Gladiator. Like whether you get to have this $3. You know, and what's wild is like the difference between $3 and $1.50 seems like it is like something somebody will do at the end of a check, and it seems like not a big difference, but it accumulates, you know, and a lot of restaurants these days are pooling tips. So if you are like low tipping this person, it affects all the wait staff, you know? Ugh, it's just, there's so many people that, and like, I don't even think like when I would get a low tip, and I mean like a lower than 18%, it was never based on my service. Like it wasn't, it was just people not understanding And I watched people be like tight about it, like, "Ooh, I don't have a lot of money." It's like, bro, you just spent $80 on dinner. And you're tipping me
don't
$10?
short the tip.
Yeah.
It's like you're tipping me $5? Holy crap.
Yeah.
You know? Anyway, it's just wild. It's wild shit. But I also, you know, all that being said, tipping and like not having a universal basic wage is ultimately the problem. It's like we should all be
100%.
making $30 an hour just breathing. So
100%.
Like
100%.
all of this would be,
Seriously.
you know, maybe not solved, but it would be different, you know.
I do feel like this particular TikTok, I don't know why I think this, but my guess is because of who she is. She's talking about relationships, or she's talking about sort of like just because I'm not like a person who needs to be taken care of, like doesn't mean that I like deserve to be not taken care of, kind of, or something. I don't fucking know. I don't know, which I do resonate with because I don't really need. Like, I'm in a relationship right now, and I don't necessarily need it. Like, I don't need to be in a relationship, you know? It's like, I don't. And I think that's, to me, this is, like, the ideal situation. I'm not, like, pining for a relationship. It's like a cherry on top. Wow. And I don't need, I demand to be treated with respect, of course, but, like, I don't need to, like, be taken care of. I am taking care of myself.
Wow. Sounds like you did the work.
I sure did. Still working on it every Sunday with Rachel. But yeah. But it also, like, I feel like I went for many years, like, not actually thinking I deserved that much because I was just like, I got it. Everything's fine.
I really relate to that. Everything's fine. Everything's fine.
Yeah, everything's fine.
Everything's fine.
I actually have to check myself when I say everything's fine.
Me too.
Because actually those words, everything's fine, and when I say them to my boyfriend, it's like literally 95% of the time something's happening and he can tell, and it's just me going, everything's fine.
It's definitely, every time I use the word fine, I do not like using that word because I'm like, oh, something's messed up here. And definitely the tone I use, like, it's like,
it's up here, everything's fine.
Yeah.
I feel like that's better than everything's not fine. Everything's crumbling.
Well, at least if you're saying everything's not
apart.
fine or everything sucks, then you're being honest. Because everything's fine is just like a lie.
But it gets you through. And maybe that's what that's what's more important.
Yeah, push through. Don't acknowledge the pain.
Yeah, exactly.
The only way out is through.
Like a speeding bullet.
Oh, so sage, Bri. Should we listen to our caller?
Yes.
John, you want to pull up that call?
Hello, Brian and Jana. So I have a question about dating. I am 25, and I've never dated. I am a gay trans man, and I started transitioning as a teenager. I started hormones at 18. I live my life, pretty stealth, and I've never come out to people since transitioning. And I've been kind of afraid to date because I feel like it's putting myself in a very vulnerable position, especially in like today's political climate. I don't really want to out myself, but I do want to meet other people, and I would like to be in a relationship and get some sort of experience under my belt. But just like, how do I start? If I go on a dating app, like, would I disclose that I don't have any experience? Like, is that something that needs to be done? I mean, I figure they're gonna figure it out one way or another, that I've never kissed someone. I don't know. Any input you guys could give me on, like, putting yourself out there for the first time when you're about to enter your late 20s would be appreciated. I love your podcast. Bye.
What a sweetie. Thank you so much for calling, caller. and I think we saved your call for the perfect people. I just love this question. It is so, to me, it's just such a earnest question, and
Totally.
fuck yeah.
I know. I don't want to be like, oh, you're so brave, but also like, what a fucking brave thing to do.
Absolutely,
You know
it
what I
is
mean?
fucking
Like,
brave.
courageous, and awesome, and like, way to be vulnerable and honest.
You know?
And these are all qualities that people love in a date.
Yes. Yes.
So just really want to say that first. Like, you are a prize, and you are a gift to that person who's on their way to you. You just haven't met them yet, you know? Yeah, that's what I want to throw out there first.
Yeah, I'm going to echo that, because there is nothing more attractive than a person who is willing to let themselves go to places they've never been before. Like, I think bravery is one of the most attractive traits, which is why I am so attracted to funny people, or like comedians, or like actors, because it's something that a lot of people have no interest in doing. It's an act of bravery to like put yourself on stage and tell stories about your life, and like vulnerability, and like it's just so fucking hot to me. So I really feel before we get into actual advice, like, you're already on the path. It's gonna happen.
That's right.
So hot.
Hell yeah. That's right, Jana.
I think, also echoing everything you just said, agree. And I think what you need to do is dip your toe in that water.
Ooh.
Get a little
What
wet.
water? Which water?
The water of dating.
Yeah.
I've done the whole dating apps thing. It's fine. It's whatever. You meet somebody. It's whatever. Who cares? I'm kind of not on them right now. I'm kind of just like, I want to meet somebody IRL. I think that's cool and interesting. And I was telling this to a friend recently, and she was like, what I'm going to challenge you to do is, I want you to like go up to people, ask for their phone number, and like ask them out on a date. And for some reason, I'm like, what? Like, that's crazy.
That's wild. That's brave.
But then there is a part of me that's like, I almost like have to do that now. Like, that's kind of like, you know, it's insane. But
you are in that era of your life, though, Brian. River, I don't know if you listened to the last episode of this podcast, or if you've listened to any episodes, but the last one is about Brian, who went to a gay tantric massage retreat in Mexico by himself.
Yeah,
So you know,
maybe
he's there. He's swimming in the waters of
gay tantric retreat, and it's like, hey, just go up to anybody, just ask them out.
You've already given them a hand job.
You're already at the glory hole. You might as well get their number. Yeah.
But this person is asking, he wants to know, should I go on the what is the appropriate avenue?
Yeah. So, I mean, my thought is this for our dear friend, because he mentioned that he's been stealth, and that's like a very particular experience, which I have not had. However, I kind of joked about passing at the beginning of this episode. So I have had the experience of meeting people, not in a dating capacity, but meeting people and practicing intimacy with those people, mostly men that I'm meeting and becoming friends with, and going, oh, they don't know, because I don't go, hi, my name's River, I'm trans, every time I meet somebody, because it's just not it's not what I don't always want to do that, and also it sounds like this person probably it feels or does need to be stealth, and like that's, I don't want to say it's totally cool, because I don't know, whatever, it's a thorny thing. I love you, I'm sorry, and I'm also happy that you are living your life. It's like, this is not a pit of sorrow to live in, but the reason I think dating apps are a great place to start, to just move towards and tell, the universe and the world, whatever, yourself and the light, if you believe in whatever, hey, I'm here and I want to do this now, and depending on the app, like whatever it is, like especially, I think Field is a great app to start this because there are such sweeties on there that like,
yeah, there really are
such sweeties on there that like it can all be so intimidating. But the things that you are saying you are, which is like, I haven't dated, I haven't kissed anybody, like all this stuff.
I don't have experience.
I am trans. Like putting all this stuff on there, somebody's going to be like, I like that.
Yeah.
100%. And you
100%.
can just meet somebody who has seen all this stuff that you've been afraid to say about yourself out loud to new people. You can put on this app and people are like, hell yeah. Somebody's
Yeah.
like,
For sure.
I sign up for this. And then you get to practice accepting that is true. That's what's great
Yep.
about an app, is that there's just no question. Someone has read it. They know you're trans. They know this about you. And they're like, let's get coffee.
Yeah, they're like, I click on you.
Yes, I'm into this, So that's what I think is a good start, to just like put yourself into the path, into the flow of doing it, without, which is the hardest part, I think, without getting attached to the result. Like, I'm going to go on a date. I'm going to get my first kid. Like, I want these things. I'm moving towards that,
Yeah.
For sure.
Yeah.
That's great.
Yeah.
And I feel like Field
Go ahead.
Field is, I love Field. And what's cool about Field is they have a lot of other stuff too. Are you into bondage? Just kidding. Like, it's kind of
that's
like,
true.
it's like, that's like the app for that too. But I did like a show for Field, and there was like a little like mixer afterwards, and everybody
You did?
was chill. Yeah.
Yeah, that sounds fun.
It was, I highly recommend Field.
I do too, also because I think Field has like it has sort of like the feeling of being stealth, it's like unashamed people going to a common place where things that are normally sort of stigmatized are completely unstigmatized, and you just put right on what you want, what you're interested in, and who you are, or what you're into, and you'll inevitably find a match.
Totally. And it kind of, to piggyback off that, I think when you're on it, you'll get to see like who else is out there and like what their vibe is, and you'll be like, oh wait, this is actually like very like, maybe it's like very much my people in a way, and that can be empowering sometimes to see.
Totally.
Yeah.
And remembering that you are a gift, and you're like you're literally putting like a gift online for others to receive.
Absolutely. I think that is
That's
like
cool.
the best gift to give somebody is the opportunity to fuck around with you.
That's right. That's right.
Baby.
And I feel like once you start doing that and you just like practice it, and opportunities will come to you, like maybe not on the timeline that you want, but like once you go like, okay, I'm going to give it a shot, and I'm going to do this thing that feels like so, foreign or crazy or weird or whatever, like everything, it all just like happens around you,
I want this person to just have the hottest makeout they've ever had in their life.
100%.
Heavy.
It's totally gonna
heavy
happen.
making out.
They have to, you have to call back and let us know.
Yeah.
After
we
the
do
date,
need an update.
whenever it
we
is.
do need an update.
Yeah.
You have to call back Sage-Based Wisdom and let everybody know.
Yeah. I have a couple friends who are, cis women, straight women, who have also found luck on Field. And the Field stories they fill my life with so much good shit. I love Field stories. They're so delightful.
Incredible.
And sometimes they are weird, but like, who doesn't love a weird make out.
Yeah, weird is good too.
River, do you get recognized on like apps?
Brian, it's funny that you asked that because I thought that was going to be a thing, but what's fun is I haven't been on a lot of TV lately, so hire me. And B,
Seriously, hire him.
I transitioned. So the way I used to look when I was on TV quite a bit, I look very different. And also just like time keeps happening. And so I just meet these people and we'll be talking and they're like, so what do you do? And I'm like, oh. I do stand up. They're like, wow, no way. Are you like just getting into it? Or like, and I'm like, yeah.
Oh my God.
Just starting out, just really getting my feet wet and then stand up. Yeah, that's right.
Oh my God.
Yeah, I'm just starting out. Where can I do open mics? You can't.
Yeah, you can find me in line every Monday at the Comedy Store at Potluck or whatever.
Oh my God. I used to be scared of being recognized on apps, and that's like part of the reason why I didn't go on them for very long, because I was like, I just don't like my private life being public. I don't, and I know that it's not a big deal for everybody and that it's not a big deal for a lot of people. I've seen a lot of people that are, on TV or whatever online, but there's just something about my own privacy that I really like. I just cherish it. And the and of course I met Steve on Hinge, and when we hung out, he was like, I recognize you, but not from TV. I recognize you from Twitter. I follow you on Twitter. This is back before X. I was like, what? That's so fucking weird.
I remember those days. Every once in a while, somebody would be like, I do follow you on Twitter or something. And I'd be like, that's crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah. One time, can I tell a Twitter thing? Back when this was 2016, so when Twitter was still a thing. So I met Sleater-Kinney in 2017 at the Women's March, because I was hosting. They were supposed to have this party, Planned Parenthood party at the 930 Club. That was going to be obviously like a celebratory thing, and then it was not. But I'd actually met Sleater-Kinney when I was like a child of like 19 or something, 23. So I had met them way back when I was very, very young. And I was meeting them again. I was like, this is incredible, because now I'm like, doing stand-up and a performer too, and like, this is so cool. And is it buffering again?
Yes.
Okay. Oh my God, I'm sorry.
So sorry.
Let me do this for just the end of... Oh, I can't... Well... What the hell? Good gravy.
We're back. We're back, baby.
Were you just talking about the Nicole Byer thing?
Yeah.
Yeah. Is it going crazy?
The thing that she posted yesterday is like a clip of us on the pod going, "What do you call yourself Native American?" And I'm like, she's like, "Is Indian okay?" And I was like, "I call other Indians, and I, whatever." But then I just open every time I open my Instagram, I have like 25 comments on that little clip of people being like, well, I say indigenous, and we like, it's just like the most obnoxious Indians being like, here's what you have to say, and I'm just like, shut the fuck up. Everybody shut the fuck up.
I know. Everybody needs to shut the fuck up.
Shut the fuck up. I kind of want to comment on the clip. Shut up.
Just shut up.
Fuck.
Don't call me anything. Don't call me.
Yeah, don't call me, man. Ugh. Losers. There's no sense of humor in our community.
It's like losing the point of what you two were talking about
exactly.
At the very end,
like,
which is like your collective experience that is also specifically each of you. Whatever. Anyway, goddamn.
Yes. Anyway, back to your story.
Back to me, the white guy. If we could get the eyes back here, thank you so much.
Okay. Tell us the story.
Yes. So Do you want me to start from the beginning, or do you want me to?
Yeah.
Okay, great. Okay, so I was hosting this show after the Women's March in Washington, D.C. So this was 2017, and Sleater-Kinney was on the show. It was like this long-ass lineup of all these like crazy famous people, right? And Sleater-Kinney was a really important band to me growing up, and I had actually met them when I was like 23, which was like very incredible to me at that time because like they were really important to me. And like Carrie Brownstein had like wanted to talk to me, which was very strange, you know, because I was just like this 23-year-old like weird weirdo. And so I'm like, oh my God, I get to like meet them again. But now I'm like, you know, a comedian and like all the, you know, whatever. And I'm like, hi, I'm River. My name was different at the time. And she goes, oh, you're that Twitter person, right? And I was like, it was like the worst. It was like not like, oh, I follow you on Twitter, like you're fun or something like that. It was like, oh, you're like a Twitter thing. You're like a bot, right?
Oh,
and I was just
God.
like, I'm going in the other direction. I will see you later.
Yikes. That's not what I want.
That's what I was going for.
Man. R.I.P. Twitter.
Yeah, R.I.P.
I had a good time.
There was a time when that shit was so fun.
So fun.
So fun.
So many thoughts. Like so many. It's like where am I supposed to put all my thoughts now?
I know.
I kind of do feel like that.
Some of my thoughts are like I feel like they deserve some outlet in some way.
They can't
Where are we
all just
putting
go in
them?
a journal.
No. I have to put them online for all to see. My stupid one-liners, my dumb little jokes. Where do I put them?
Where do
I
put
have
shit?
Threads, but I don't really.
Nobody's reading that.
use
Everybody's
it.
I do
angry.
think a little bit. I think this is what I've noticed from being on TikTok a little bit is that some TikToks do function as tweets. It's just like the text, but it's like either like a video, a very short video of like nothing. Like whatever the visual is like is meaningless. It's more just the text.
Interesting.
But I'm like, that's so much work just to get out, you know, my dumb idea.
I know. It's so much work to have to like edit a video and like learn green screen and like look presentable or whatever, or like consider the environment that you're in. It's like I used to just tweet sitting at a desk with a dog on my lap with New Girl blasting and go, is this funny?
100%.
And like put a joke out at 11:45 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, and Alan Strickland Williams and Karen Kilgariff would like it, and I'd be like, this has legs. Like that. I needed that.
Exactly.
I needed that. It was so fun. It was like it was
just like
mic.
a immediate. It's an open mic. It's an immediate audience response you get, and it's like the people who follow you that are like, I get an alert when this person tweets. It's like, those are your ride or dies, your big fans, and sometimes if it's a really good thing, they'll repost it for you. It's just like, God, now you have to do so fucking much. Like, it's
so
just,
much. Remember
and you got to think about
Friday?
the political implications. Oh my goodness! The world of apps, man. Fuck.
It used to be so much simpler, you know?
Simpler times.
Yeah, the political implications of everything you say.
The political implications of tweeting.
I know. There was, I don't know if you saw it on my Instagram, like, not that, whatever, but these, like, two statements where one is like, and I'm paraphrasing here, one's like, you know, let the trannies wear dresses, put lipstick on, they can pee wherever they want, I don't care. And then the other one is like, look, I am an ally, and this is a safe space, and so kids we should maybe consider like waiting until they're 18 to get hormones. And it's like one of these people is an ally, the other one is not. And just because like people are saying things in a way that you maybe don't like, we have to like look past that. And so I'm actually like, I think you hit the nail on the head, Jana, which is like we're kind of and you were talking about, well, I saw your post the other day from Nicole Byers' podcast, and I think this is really important. It's like I don't know at this point in this stage of time that the words we're using are as the whatever liberation side, like the side that wants liberation for everybody.
The woke left, if we use their language.
That's right. Because, like, it just gets used to advantage. To like, if we're constantly scolding each other, without like having a measure of like what. Maybe I can, like give somebody grace here and just like sit with what their potential intention is here,
Yes.
And I think that's what's maybe happening, and I think it's positive.
I agree. I think that we are sort of moving beyond sort of these, I guess, respectability politics, also like policing people's language so much to a degree that it's like, bordering on canceling folks, or trying to, canceling doesn't work, but
it doesn't work. It's actually a really huge industry.
Yeah, exactly. It's help, let me get canceled, please.
I thought I would love it. Holy shit, I would love to get canceled.
Truly. Never been more famous until you get fucking canceled.
Until you get canceled. Yeah, exactly.
I feel like I'm on this Nicole Byer like clip on Instagram. I feel like there are some people who kind of want to cancel me, like my own people, my own native people are like, she uses Indian. Oh my god! And my thing is, I think you're a fucking loser if you use indigenous. Come for me, bitches! Who says indigenous? Losers, bitch.
That is
loser. You're a fucking
funny.
Loser.
I mean, can I ask you this? In terms of like, if we're talking hierarchy here, which I don't believe in, but if you're like if you call yourself an indigenous, you're a loser. What if you call yourself a Native American? Where does that fall?
I feel like it's Native Americans are the biggest losers. People who self-identify as Native Americans. I feel like indigenous is just right above. And honestly, this is with time. Like indigenous used to be up here, and I feel like we are now where indigenous is like down here. I feel like native is fine. It's cool, whatever. That's like kind of a
just native.
Just native. Sans American. And then top of the line, top shelf, most fucking respectful, I'm down with you people is if you know somebody's tribal nation and you just call them by their tribal nation. You refer to them as, but that means that you have the fucking like capacity to know that tribal nations are so different and everybody's, like, based on their tribal nation, you're able to sort of like identify this is this kind of Indian, Indian, and then Indian is like to each other, that's like insider baseball.
Right.
So people who are on this fucking thread saying that we shouldn't be calling Indians other Indians, fuck you, bitch. Shut the fuck up. Whatever. Fuck you. You're fucking trying to police what I'm calling my people. Fuck you.
That's so crazy.
But Brian, you like indigenous, don't you? You like the word.
I don't know if I like it. I just feel like there was like this pressure, like 5 or 6 years ago, where like kind of everybody started saying that. I think it had a little bit to do with like the BIPOC movement or whatever. It's like, and then I started saying it, even though I didn't really like love it. But I was just like, I guess this is what we're doing. Let me just roll with it. And then it's kind of like, it's really a mixed bag. Like anytime you have to say one or the other. I always go indigenous or native, and then I'm always just like, I don't want whoever. I just feel like whatever I say is gonna be what the person ends up saying, from there on out. And so I'm just like, let me just make sure this motherfucker says the right thing, rather than like,
Right, which is why I always say, if you're not native, then just say native if you don't want to learn somebody's tribal nation,
For sure. That's fine. Yeah, native is the best. Native
but
is like
don't put a fucking
really
American
cool.
on there. So stupid.
Yeah.
Native is like
feel like I
actually
learned
hot.
the oh, sorry, Brian.
Nothing. I was just saying native is hot. If a non-native person says native, I'm like immediately attracted to them.
Good to know.
Wow, that's all it takes.
That's all it takes.
Yeah.
Great to know. So well, I was going to ask, like, how do you guys feel about people still, and I'm talking, Brian, native people, still rocking old Cleveland baseball hats with the old mascot on it? Because that is like a thing that I absolutely especially in Los Angeles, I feel people doing that, you know, and obviously I don't know what anybody is, but I'm not talking about white people. I'm not talking about, you know, I'm talking about people who look to me, you know, from the outside, a native person. How do you guys feel about that? I'm just curious.
How do you feel about it, Brian? I'm sure that we feel differently.
I feel like I ultimately hate it. I think that like the whole you know, using an entire like race of people as a mascot is like insane. It's crazy. But I also
what?
But at the same time, there is a part of me that's like, there's bigger things happening, and I'm like, I can't have all my energy directed towards this one thing, because it's like I feel like there was a movement. I feel like there was momentum a few years ago that I was like, if it was going to happen, it was going to happen then. I think it was like around 2020, 2021.
Yeah, they got the Redskins changed.
Yeah.
And Cleveland.
And I feel like
Cleveland
that was when...
And Cleveland. Yeah.
And so...
But there's still the Braves and the Chiefs and...
Right.
The Chiefs
so
specifically with end racism in the end of the in the end zone is chef's kiss. You know what I mean? What an
so
era
good.
of time.
We love
truly.
And
well, that's the thing about like
the chant in the background. They don't show it anymore, but you can hear all the white Kansas City people doing the thing. You can hear the headdresses. You can hear it, you know? But and then end racism in the end zone. It's so insane. And I say it,
the whole Chiefs thing is so crazy.
Like, I know I sound very judgmental. I just want to say to anybody that's listening that doesn't know me, which you probably don't, is that I grew up a Cleveland fan. I absolutely wore that stuff. I absolutely, as like a child. And so I'm saying it because it is insane. It's like, to me, like, still when I see that logo, it's like seeing a stop sign to me, because I just saw it so much as a child. And that's why I was so like, oh, this needs to change, because of how much I don't see what it actually is. You know what I mean? Like, and so I totally agree. There are definitely bigger fish to fry. But at the time when I was like, we have to get rid of this, because you're seeing this thing and going, it's not a problem, because you don't see the humanity in the thing that it is, because it's dehumanizing, you know?
Yeah. And so that's what makes it shocking when you actually see somebody like wearing it like something in the wild. You're kind of like, holy shit, like this person literally hasn't...
Yeah, this person like didn't get the memo.
Either they didn't get the memo or they did and they just like don't care, which is like even more shocking.
Like,
which is honestly, that is sort of the feeling of being native, is knowing that people truly just don't care. Like most white people, they do know the history. They know it's a willful ignorance. It's a sort of a fuck you. We don't give a fuck. You weren't able to survive our colonization, so now you just got to live with seeing this shit all the time. And like you know, that's the, to me, that's like the primary experience of being native in this country. Just nobody giving a fuck. Well, on that bright note,
what do I say? Anything? I'm not sure. Other than, I mean, like, yes, 100%. You know, and
but
it's
also
like that.
when native people wear fucking Chiefs shit all the time, or like you know Cleveland shit all the time, and that also, I'm like, that's fine. That's fine with me. If we want to do it, we get to do whatever we want. We get to choose how we exist in the world, just like everybody else.
It's so wild, because that was like an argument that, you know, like white people, or I should say non-native people, used for keeping it, because they were like, but look, they like it. And it's like, I don't know that that's our decision to make either. You know what I mean? It's like, but that's the thing, it's white people being the center of or non-native people being the center of, let's be honest, white people being the center of the decision. Like, we're standing from the central position and deciding who we are saying, oh, yes, or oh, no. You know, like, we get put in there in, like, kindergarten. And it's just insanity.
Yeah.
And not to, whatever, I know this is a fun podcast, but it's also, like, it's why all this shit's happening right now. Like, what you just described about, like, us not giving a shit is why people are like, oh, why is the system working like that? It's like, dude, bro, this is what we've been disappearing people the whole time. You just haven't noticed because they're gone. And you weren't paying, you didn't have them as friends. You know? And that was by design too. So it's kind of like, you know, I'm part of this thing, but I'm not. Again, like the white supremacy goes, now you have to fix it. And then white people are like, I can't. And it's like, well, we're not asking you to fix the whole thing. You just have to go, oh, fuck. Okay. Yeah.
No, we shouldn't. Yeah, totally. I just posted a TikTok about Greenland because you know, I'm seeing JD Vance and Usha went to fucking Greenland to be like, hey man, it's fucking cold here. Like they're just so fucking stupid. And you know, all these Inuit people who live in Greenland, like Greenland is Inuit land. It's like fucking indigenous land. And I put this TikTok up that was like, of course our government wants Greenland. Oh, they want all the land, and they see a place that is indigenous land, and they don't give a fuck. It's as American as apple pie, baby.
That's right. And baseball.
And baseball, and the Chiefs, baby.
That's right, and racism.
Okay, before we go, River, do you have anything you want to plug? This will probably come out in a few weeks, so what?
Okay.
Where will you be? Where can people find you?
Well, all my shows, I am doing some stand-up, so I've probably already been to Pennsylvania at this point. I'm going to be in Montana, and then I'm going to be in Indiana.
Country.
That's right. Yes, that's right. Land acknowledgement. So all those shows will be on my website, which is riverbutcher.com, and you can follow me on Instagram. It's at rivbutcher, and then I think my TikTok is the River Butcher because River Butcher was already taken. So whatever. You can find me on there.
I'm going to encourage all the Indians in Montana to go see River's
Hell yes.
Performance. It's so funny. River's such a good stand-up, and just
what city in Montana?
I'm gonna
Missoula.
I'm gonna be in Bozeman, and then I think also Butte.
Ooh, nice.
Also Butte.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's gonna be some natives
there. We got
there.
the Cheyennes. Oh yeah, there'll be some Indians there for sure. Bri, do you have anything you want to plug?
I don't think so. Portland. Jana.
Nice.
Jana and I were doing Portland. May 20th.
Are you doing the podcast there?
We're doing some stand-up there.
Oh, nice. Oh, hell yeah.
Brian's been touring, and he invited me to open for him.
Awesome.
In Portland.
Where in what venue?
I believe it's Siren Theater.
Ah, yes.
Siren Theater. Tickets available. Ticket link in bio.
Tickets in bio.
Well, I have nothing to plug, so let's move right along. All right, well, that's all the time we have today. We hope our wisdom made your life better, but we will not be issuing refunds if it didn't.
If you or anyone you know needs advice, has a question for us, or just wants to chat about something, leave us a message. There's 3 ways to do that. You can find them in the show notes, and we'll give you our smudgiest, sagest, solicited advice.
And we do need you, caller who called today, to call back and give us an update. That is like a very important thing that we need from you. Gotta know how it goes on those apps. Yes, we love an update. We had a wild one recently, and these updates are the best. As always, we love you to rate and review us on iTunes and subscribe to our YouTube. We almost have 180 subscribers on YouTube. Wow!
Whoa. Triple digits, baby.
All right. Thank you for being here, River. We love ya.
Oh my God! Thanks for having me.
Thank you, River.
Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Toksha.
Hagone.